Hey guys, what's going on? This is Darryl Addison at Torpedopot.com. Darryl Addison at Torpedopot.com, and yeah, this is we got this mint from our grower as little seedlings, and they've been growing now for quite a bit. They went through the lot of the cold spells earlier this year. What you're looking at are self-growing planters. These planters have been growing my mint with no human intervention. Last year, when I put this mint into the ground, it took over everything. Not only did I have to spend time putting it into the ground and watering it and taking care of it, but after you put it into the ground, it is such an aggressive plant that it took over my whole garden. So I have to come back year after year to pull it out. And the torpedo pot, they do just fine. These torpedo pots have been growing now for as much as 3 years in this location. They grew parsley before that. They grew begonias and things before that. And all I do is simply take my plant out and replace it with a new plant. This mint is so great because every time I go to work and I want something as a treat or tea or something of that nature, I go and I just simply cut the plant down and pull the leaves off of it, and it goes directly into my cup of tea, and it's so good. As you can see, they're starting to blossom right now, so the seeds are starting to come through with this right here, and I think that's amazing. That's really, really amazing, guys. Really amazing. So I wanted you to see it up close. So they have been growing by themselves. All I do when I need food, I come out and I cut them down, put them in a bag, rinse them off, and store them so I can have them and then carry it with me. I don't have to be greedy and cut all my mint down at one time because they're constantly growing. As a matter of fact, look how big they are. Look how beautiful they are. This is amazing, amazing. And what's so good about it is the reason why I like growing mint also is because mint can keep some bugs away from your garden. When you use mint, they don't like the smell. They don't like the oils that come out of the mint themselves. And so they will look for other places to perch and things like that. This has been growing in this self-growing planter with no human intervention. And that's all I do. I put it in and I've walked away for literally the rest of the year. What can you do to mint? I fertilized it one time with the 3-12-12 formula, but it's been doing fine all by itself. And I had to do nothing else to it. I don't even know what to tell you because it's such an easy growing system, torpedo pot. When I connect my torpedo pots together, put my mint in, I literally walk away for the whole year. In other words, that's bad for a lot of people because they really feel that they have to go and grow their food. They have to be a part of their food. They have to be one with their food. But I want to encourage you, just for a minute, food does not need us to grow it. The whole concept of growth is a part of its own genetic inheritance. You don't have to grow food because we can't grow food. The torpedo pot creates a condition where that the food now can grow by itself and take off and does what it wants to do. And in this case, you can see it doing what it wants to do. And as a matter of fact, I think the watering cycles in this may be, I don't know, maybe for every 6 hours, I have it going for about maybe, maybe about 5 minutes or something of that nature, just to flush it out. And I'm seeing now this has gotten so much water that it's really outgrown the amount of water that I've given it. So, and I'm sure the root system is just taking over this plant. A tremendous thing inside this plant. Every time I come over here and I brush it and wash and wipe it across my shirt, I carry it with me. It's like I went to a group meeting today, and one of the masters said, "Darryl, you smell so minty fresh." Well, because the mint that I'm growing here is the same mint that's used in your toothpaste. It's the same mint that's used in your food. Torpedo pot grows the same mint that you would have on the store shelves. The only difference is you get all the pharmacological benefits from the mint that's here instead of it being packaged and you're giving it a time later on. Or a lot of the flavonoids are still there, but a lot of the benefits, the pharmacological benefits of this plant have been left behind. You get it. So when you come outside and you want to refreshing your respiratory tract from the torpedo pot that's growing your mint, you just walk up to it and you smell it. And all of that just comes into and clears your passages. And that's what's so good about it. because that's what they use it for. They use the mint to clear your passages so that you can breathe better. They use it in your foods, in your cereals, in your toothpaste, and some of your deodorants. So many applications for this mint. But what's so good about it is that you get it before all of the good properties are driven out of it and brought to the marketplace. You don't have to get processed food anymore. You have mint sitting here, growing in a torpedo pot that grows your mint for you, and you do nothing. See, that's the reason why it's so invasive in the ground, because it just takes over everything. It doesn't take much to grow mint. In a torpedo pot, you just set it, put it in, set it, and you forget it. I've never got mint. I ordered mint seeds one time in my life, but they were so small, I didn't think that much significance of it. But with this right here, you get to develop your own seed stock. So this is so aggressive. What we normally do in a torpedo pot, because this root system is so aggressive, we'll wait until the fall, until the wintertime where the plant starts to die out, but the root systems are still there. And it comes back over and over and over again. We've had our mint come back 3 years. So once you start a mint in your torpedo pot, look forward to having it there for a long period of time. All we do during the beginning of the season is that we add soil on top of the root system that's there right now, because the soil is depleted. We'll add soil to it. Don't get rid of your soil. You reuse it over and over again. We use it over and over again. But we simply add soil to the top, and then you'll see the sprouts come up. And all of this will happen over and over and over again. Darryl Addison, torpedopot.com, where we make self-growing planters that grows your mint for you with no human intervention. And all you do is put your mint in, you set it, you walk away, and you forget it. And that's why I always have a supply of mint. I don't have to worry about running out of mint. Apple mint, spearmint, orange mint, peppermint, you name it. All the mint family could be grown inside of your torpedo pot, and that's what we do. Last year we had 5 different types of teas, in addition to all of the other herbs that we're growing that we make teas and things out of. Darryl Addison, torpedopot.com. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.